Hi, I'm Jackie Wicks with PEERtrainer, and I'm here with JJ, celebrity nutrition and fitness expert. And if you've liked what you've learned in the training videos that we've gone over, we want to tell you how you can work with us directly and work in a structured format with support to really take hold of the Fresh Start Cleanse.
Yeah, and so this is the PEERtrainer Fresh Start Cleanse. And what we've done is taken everything that you just heard about and put it into a totally structured program. And from the minute you decide to get started and say yes and come with us, we have an orientation for you. So we have our getting started audio and guide so that you can just put the success right in place. You'll do all those things you need to do so that you're set up for success before you start the actual cleanse.
Exactly.
Then I'll jump in. Then we've got 3 weekly teleclasses, and this is where we really get into depth. And I know we did some in the training courses. Well, this takes it to a whole nother level of why you need to cleanse. We've got different types of quizzes. We're looking at your symptoms. We're looking at your toxicity. So we really walk you through. In the first class, we dive into all of it.
Yes.
And again, in depth of why you need to cleanse, looking at how toxic you are, looking at the different symptoms. And then the next class, we really go deep and we look at those foods that we're pulling out. And we've really made it simple. We have something called lateral shifts, where we show you, like, let's say, dairy.
Yes.
We show you exactly when we pull these foods out, which foods you can replace that are healthier options, so you never miss this. So we've really made this very easy for you. And then the third class, we intensified. So how do you take it up a couple levels and really get those results that you want so much? And along with all of this, we've made sure that you have meal plans, shopping lists, recipes. Now, I always laugh because you do all the recipes, right? I'm like, I just want to assemble some stuff and eat out. So we've got what to do if you are like me and you travel all the time and you want to eat out. We've got what you can do if you happen to like to cook.
Yeah,
and you want to
2 young
cook.
children at
Yes.
home, and how you're going to make these dinners for everyone.
Well, it's important because, a lot of times people think of these things and they think it's going to be like weird food that you can only get at these funky markets, and like no one will want to eat it.
Right.
And, honestly, the thing I tell people is just don't say anything and no one in the house will figure it out. They'll go, why are we getting such good meals?
Right. I mean, we have things like shrimp wraps, and we have salmon and delicious broccoli, and just different tastes. What I really love to do is bring in some of the different spices from different places, because so many people go out for Japanese food and they love it. So many people go out for Mexican food, they love it, and they don't really know how to recreate that in their own kitchen to have really healthy, fresh,
you don't miss the things we pulled out. You're going, this is awesome stuff. So that's what we've done with those meal plans. But again, we also help you if you are someone who dines out, assembles and travels. Yes. And again, we do that shake. I find with a lot of people, because again, one of the complaints I hear when people haven't done this is they have this perception that eating healthy costs more money.
Right.
And actually, when you do it correctly, it's really it's just like a little lateral transfer. In fact, again, with shakes, I see that most people do save money. So we have you start the day with a shake. Within the program, and again, as we're going through these classes, we are going to tell you exactly what to eat, when to eat it. You don't have to think here.
There's complete clarity. It's from the shopping list to the meal plans. You know exactly what your plate's going to look like. So even if you're at your mother-in-law's house and you're in a place where during these 14 days where you have no idea what you're going to do, you know what your plate looks like, you know what you're going to select, and you have complete confidence with our program and with our handouts and all the things that we do that you're on track with these 14 days.
Yeah, we've done this. We've done this for a while. I mean, I've done this for years, but we've done this cleanse now for a year, which is cool because we've gotten like incredible results and success stories. But also, we've worked out the kinks, so we know exactly where the issues came up. Every single thing that you need is included in here. And we also do a live Q&A call each month, and we've got an archive of Q&A calls, so there really isn't any stone that hasn't been turned over at this point. And one of the other things that we do that I think is important is we give you, because again, we start off those training videos talking about like how crazy some of these cleanse things are out there, but we're going to give you some very simple things that you can do to detoxify at a much deeper level, and then things that you can do at the end, because again, we want to make sure that this is the starting point for you, what you can do to detoxify daily, because it's not like one day you don't get hit with toxins. Today I had no toxins. Nope, doesn't happen that way.
And we have a support forum. I mean, that's really how we built PEERtrainer, is based on support. So we have an entire support forum. We also have an entire cleanse support team that you can ask questions anytime you have them, even small. Some people, one common question is, well, I didn't have coconut milk can I switch to almond milk? You always have the support within the team or within the
instant,
support team.
by the way.
That you can ask these kinds of questions, and you'll start to see, wow, okay, and things.
I can do this.
Yes, and things become very familiar. And remember, as things become more familiar, it becomes very easy to keep doing this and keep going.
And that's an important point, because once you're in the family,
yes, oh, absolutely.
We talk about the Fresh Start cleanse, but you get to refresh too along the way. So once you're in, you're in, right? And so you get in, you join the Fresh Start cleanse, right?
Yes.
PEERtrainer Fresh Start cleanse. And one of the really critical components of this are the shakes. I keep talking about the shakes, but we're going to give you a handout of what to look for in the shake. We've made it very simple by just giving you easy access to our shakes. And let me tell you, first of all, you're not going to find anything better out there. And I've really done my homework, and then I made Jackie do her homework too. I've been in the supplement industry for, gosh, 20 years now. I've had the opportunity to visit a lot of manufacturing plants and really do my homework. About 5 years ago, I stopped using a certain company, and I started really looking around. I spent 5 years before I made the switch. I knew I wanted to, but I was really trying to find out what was the very best out there. And there were key things that I was looking for. I was looking for a company that was staying on the leading edge, but with science. You know, you see ones that are on the leading edge of hype, right? I wanted the leading edge of science, formulas that really made sense, that were clean, purity, quality. I mean, these are all essential. But there was one thing that I found pretty much everywhere that I couldn't believe when I really did my research, and was the use of mag stearate and stearic acid in supplements. And what I would say right now is go check your supplements. One thing that you really want to avoid in your supplements is magnesium stearate or stearic acid, because one thing we know about those is that they kind of throw a wild card into your supplement regimen, because once you have those in there, they can bind things up so you aren't really sure how much of it you absorb. And so for this, I want you to really think, you know, I want purity, I want quality, and I want things that are very bioavailable. I mean, why take something where half of it's not being absorbed well because they're using a cheap form of it, they're using stearic acid, mag stearate, they're using a tablet. All of a sudden, you seem like you got a great deal on a supplement, but that's not a great deal if you're pooping or peeing half of it out, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to tell you, start the day with the shake. Make sure too, like I see a lot of those shakes out there, artificial sweeteners, too much sugar, or cheap protein sources.
And that's why we put the program together, because
so
it's easy. You have your shake.
Yeah, we have a kit. So we have a shake and fiber. We're big on fiber, and we've got detox support packets. Now, this is a huge one, because we talked in the training videos about the importance of supporting phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification. So here we have concentrated plant extracts. We've got different types of nutrients that are going to support phase 1 and phase 2 and give you good antioxidant support as well. Remember, if you're not doing good phase 2, you create a lot of oxidative stress. We want to make sure that we're supporting good liver function, good kidney function, both phase 1 and phase 2, and we're helping neutralize any of that oxidative stress that's happening during this process. So you have to have detoxification support. You have to have it, okay? This is key, big time. So shake, fiber, detox support. Now, one of the other things that I like to stress, and this is where it's great for our quizzes, because we have our toxicity quotient quiz and we have our symptoms quiz, and we're looking at, like, do you have any GI issues going on? Like, gas and bloating, hello, is not normal, all right? So you should be having really 2 poops you can be proud of a day. They should be passing well. We go through this, and we really dive deep in this. She's like, no. And of course, I said, watch on the forum. Everyone's going to be in there talking about their poops. We say, don't post pictures, though. But you know, we want you to have great elimination. Your life changes when you poop well. I mean, haven't we heard this? Everyone's like, wow.
So many people
we
have talked about
heroes, yeah. So, I mean, the fiber's obviously big there, but we also include great GI support, both enzymes that are going to help you break up those allergenic compounds from the food, but also just digest your food better so you don't feel like a snake with like this thing kind of rolling through you.
Right.
Also things that help heal that leaky gut that's creating a lot of these food reactions, and probiotics. Again, we talked about again in those, think back to those training videos about having good gut bacteria, and if you have too much of the bad, that it can actually make you extract more calories from the food you eat and store it as fat. So probiotics, things like glutamine, N-acetyl, glucosamine, things that are very gut healing, are critical to put in an enzyme. So we've included that too. So what I'm recommending is not only jumping into the program, because we're going to walk you through exactly how to do this correctly, but also make sure you get the shake, the fiber, the detox support packs. I hope I've really hit home why those are so critical for you. And I got to tell you, I honestly, whenever I travel, I keep detox support packets with me, and I take them.
I do
because,
too.
Yeah.
I do too. And I also have the shakes.
Well, I travel with the shakes and the fiber
because it's
and
so
the detox
easy
support
to get
packet.
because so many times you're caught in a place that you have no idea what's going to be available.
Yeah, it's critical, and the GI support. So if you're sitting here going, if you're not sure if you have GI issues, you got GI issues. Like you either kind of go, no, that's not me.
Right.
But a lot of times I find people don't realize they have something because they think that it's just normal for them. Yeah, you know what? I go to the bathroom 3 times a week. That's normal for me. No, that's not normal for you.
Right.
So I'm going to really emphasize to get the most out of the cleanse. Not only grab the cleanse, but also get the full spectrum of the products to support it. And what you're going to find is not only are these the best out there, and I can say that with complete confidence because I've done my homework. I have gone through the manufacturing plant twice.
And we've toured Thorne because we also were approached by many different companies that say, hey, listen, this is what we want you to do because you have such a big community and PEERtrainer. And we were very, very selective. And
you were a little bit of a pain, to be honest with you.
We
So I was like,
because,
just believe me.
And that's the thing is that there's so much misinformation out there. And when you have clarity, remember, when you confusion leads to inaction. You don't want to do anything, and clarity leads to, okay, this is something I can do and feel good about.
Well, so what you're going to find with this is you're going to find things that are priced well. You'll save money going on the cleanse.
Everyone
tell me,
says that.
You were telling me that
everyone says that.
Yeah, someone went off and went off the products.
So reasonable. Oh, that was something else.
Tell me that.
So sometimes people, for whatever reasons, they might run out of the Thorne products because it's in between some of their shipments or whatever. They just say,
although we do have 2-day shipping,
right? So. I'm just going to try something different. And consistently in the team, they remark about how different the products that they got that weren't Thorne, not in a good way. They say, I wasn't full. I couldn't believe it. I looked for shake ingredients that, seem pretty similar to what you all do, and I wasn't full. Or they say, I got a different, I see all those things, detox nutrient packs. It's almost like a catchphrase.
Yeah.
And they literally said, I felt differently. There was something wrong, and when I went back to Thorne, I was right back where I wanted to go when I first did the cleanse. So there's a remarkable difference.
It was. I will tell you, having used supplements for so many years, I still remember when I made the shift from another company over to Thorne, because I'd had some GI stuff that I really couldn't pinpoint why the heck it was there. It was just this weird little naggy thing, but I knew it was not normal for me, and it went away. It went away, and I was like, I think it was probably the magstearate and stearic acid and some of these supplements. Maybe the maltodextrin, I don't know, or the tablets.
And also, I have to say that in the program, many people talk about supplements, and they're a little bit timid. They go, well, how do I do this? Or is this how does it fit within my daily life? And JJ was the first person when we did this program. She's the first. So many people told me to take supplements. But this was the first time I felt very clear about what supplements I was taking and how they would affect me. And for me, I can't even imagine not taking supplements because many people say, well, I just get my nutrients in my food.
No, you don't.
So let me tell you, it depends on the soil. There are so many different factors that lead to getting nutrients in your food. And we have consistently worked with so many people, and they literally say, after 10 years of saying supplements aren't something I should do, they finally realized, wow, I have no control over my food. Of course I have to do supplements. But what's great is it's not just this random thing. It's structured in a program, and you feel really confident about what you're taking because then you see the results.
Yeah, and that's honestly, so we've talked about everything that you get in the program, but that's not what that's not what you're buying.
True.
Right? That's not what you're investing in. What you're investing in are the results. And what you're really looking for is that transformation. And so what we'll share with you now, if you just scroll down, you'll see all these different stories. And I really am going to encourage you to do that because you're going to find someone you go, oh my gosh, that person's just like me. But what I'll tell you is just I'm going to share some of the things that I hear from people as to their major results. Because most people come into this because they kind of feel like they need a fresh start, which is why we named it that. But they're kind of like, God, I've been doing all this stuff and I just need a fresh start. They really want to know exactly what they should be doing. And they want just a clear roadmap of what to do. And a lot of times they're coming in for weight loss. But, the big things we see, fast weight loss that stays off. So that's a biggie. energy,
Yes.
huge. Joint pain going down. Skin, biggie, big. I know that was one of my big ones. I know that's where we, very empathetic.
Right.
Mood, a really nice balanced mood.
Yes.
Steady energy, clarity and focus.
And the cravings.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest thing, is that anybody would do well if they didn't have that craving.
Yeah, cravings take you down.
The cravings, the hunger cravings. People report so much on PEERtrainer that they couldn't believe that it was possible to feel full. They actually didn't even think that was possible.
Yeah, so we have everyone take a symptoms quiz at the beginning, going through all of those areas we just talked about, and then at the end. And it is really mind-blowing, those shifts. And that is really what you're getting here. You're investing in that kind of transformation that ultimately leads to more confidence, that ultimately makes you go for it in every area of your life.
Yeah, the weight loss has been so significant. Some people say that they've been trying to lose the last 10 pounds. One person, after losing 60 pounds, they said they finally lost the last 10 pounds. So just read down with those success stories, because you'll find such interesting things.
So again, I'm going to encourage you, first of all, I'm going to encourage you to get started right away, and we'll see you on the live call, right? I can't wait. But I'm going to encourage you not only to get started, jump in, but jump in full force. Just dive in, get started on the cleanse, and grab not just the shake and the fiber and the detox packs, get the gut stuff too, get it all, because we hear the best results. And the most, I mean, most people, they'll start with the cleanse and end up with everything too. Right. You know, the ones that don't start full force. But we're finding most of the people now start full force, and that's where we really find the best results, is just dive on in, grab our hand, trust us on this, you'll thank us.